can see me okay with the firelight and everything going on? What? We had some firelight going, and now we've got this giant light? Is that what the Battle of Winterfell would have wanted? So do you prefer having more lighting where you can see all the pixels, maybe even that little mole on Jon Snow's nose, or the saucy, sultry candlelight? So one of the things people have been saying is that the Battle of Winterfell looked too dark on their screens. So there have been plenty of other night scenes in Game of Thrones that have been more well lit. But the DP really did intend to give it a darker feeling in this episode. And just like the characters in the show, even the ones in the clouds on the dragons, or the characters on the battlefield, they couldn't see either. So it seems like a really purposeful, intentional way of getting the viewer to feel like they were there. So for me, that darker look was a really interesting turn for the DP to take with the episode. And it was the Night King. You gotta have that battle at night. You can't have it in the day. But on the other hand, a lot of people said they couldn't see anything. Now, if you experience these issues, I'm gonna give you some tips for any future episodes in Westeros. So the first tip, make sure your lights are off. Make sure you're in a dark room when you watch this episode. So if you have a room with a lot of windows and sunny out, shut the windows. Reduce as many reflections and glare on your TV as you can. So on my first viewing of the Battle of Winterfell, I did have some lights on in the room. They weren't bright, but I did have 2 tungsten lamps on in the room that were dimmed down. So about 10 minutes into the episode, I turned off all the lights, and immediately the viewing experience got a lot better. Make sure you're getting a good stream. There's a lot of different ways to stream HBO, and some of the apps have better stream quality than the others. Their servers might be better or slower than other ones. So if you can watch on HBO Go or HBO Now, those are gonna give you the best quality. When you're watching on an app like the one I was the first time, Watch TV by AT&T, the stream quality wasn't that great, and when you have those darker scenes, you lose a bit of detail in the encoding process. The low light information is more difficult to encode than when you have full lighting on a scene. Here's another tip. You might not like it, but if you don't watch when everybody else is watching at 9 p.m. on Sunday, you're probably gonna have more bandwidth and a better stream going to your system. So maybe you watch at 1 a.m. when everybody else is sleeping. You can get that high quality stream right into your TV and get Jorah Mormont in all his elder machismo glory. So this might be one that you don't think about a lot, but the actual settings on your TV. My TV has like settings for cinema, game, high contrast, low contrast, so make sure you pick one that fits the show. It might take a minute to calibrate, but even doing a custom calibration on your TV can really make your experience a lot better. So I went back and watched the Battle of Winterfell a few days after it premiered, and it was a much better experience. I turned off the lights, I watched it in an off hour, I made sure that I was watching it on the HBO Go app instead of the cheap knockoff AT&T app, and I calibrated my TV. It was noticeably better, and I really enjoyed the experience a lot more. The DP achieved something great. He made it look like the scenes were lit with fire and candlelight. It's really hard to do. It's a lot easier to just throw on a quasar and say action and everything's bright. But that firelight, that epic glow, that's something special, at least in my opinion. In case you're wondering, our firelight was created using the Quasar RGBX lights in the 2-foot variety. It has internal effects, kind of like a sky panel, which is really cool, and we have it set to the Firelight 3 setting right now. Check out our unboxing and first look on this little guy coming soon. Ooh, Brienne of Tarth, no you didn't. So let us know in the comments what you think about the Battle of Winterfell. And that's a wrap. Whoop, boop. Anytime I'm watching the Pope, set that on game mode. It's smooth. It's really smooth.